What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Pokemon White. In the last episode, we made it here to Undella Town. We met with Cynthia, the champion of the Sinnoh region, and we did not do battle with her. We'll be doing that a little bit later. We also met with the Riches, got a bunch of money fighting the kid, and also talking to the Elder. We found out that if we bring him treasure, we can actually get a lot of money out of that. We also got the HM for Dive before heading out into Undella Bay and battling a lot of trainers out that-a-way. This episode, we're going to be returning to Undella Bay and diving into what is known as the Abyssal Ruins. But before we do that, I need to talk about all the Pokemon that can be found here in Undella Town and Undella Bay, because I neglected to do that in the last episode. In Undella Town, when surfing, you can find, that are brand new anyway, you can find Mantike, Pelipper, and Wingull. In the winter, you can also run into Spheal, but that's winter only. In Ripples, on the water, you can find Corsola, Mantine, and Whalmer. If you fish out here, you can find Lovedisk, Remoraid, and Shelder. And if you fish in the Ripples, you can run into Cloyster and Octillery. In Undella Bay, we also add to the equation Wailord, which can be found out in the Ripples, and Celio and Walrein, which can be found in the Ripples in winter only. All right. Want to introduce you to a new team member. This is Tide right here. He is my little Whalmer buddy, and he actually came in a package deal with Dive, but I also taught him Surf just because he can now do both, and he is going to be necessary for traversing the Abyssal Ruins. But there's more that we need to get through the Abyssal Ruins in full that are incredibly important. There are, in fact, a lot of items down there, and not just treasures. This also includes things like plates, which are necessary for getting the full potential out of, Arceus, the legendary Pokemon. If you ever transfer that over here and you need its plates to change its forms and types, you're going to be finding a lot of those in the Abyssal Ruins. There's also a lot of these relics that the Riches Elder is looking for that he's going to pay you a lot of money for. But we're after one item in particular, the best item, actually, that you can find here in the Abyssal Ruins, the most expensive one. So let's head out into the surf. Now, there are 4 dive spots. There's one in each direction, north, east, west, and south. This is the west one right here. The north one is just above us, and we're going to head all the way over to the east one because this is the path that I know the best. Now, the first time we go down here, if we want to be able to make it to the second floor, where there are more things to be found, although less things to be found, we have to make it all the way there without deviating from the path even once. And I'm just holding forward here. I'm not doing anything fancy. Just press forward and you'll eventually make it to the Abyssal Ruins. And we need to follow this path to the letter. So here we go. You have a specific amount of steps that you can take in this place before it kicks you out. So you got to be really, really particular. There's no Pokemon to be found in here, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. We just have to make sure we follow the path without going anywhere. You can read the purple things to like get a little bit of extra lore that you can read from, although it's stuff that you have to actually decipher. We're just going to keep moving on. Eventually, a sound is going to echo. Dull sound came from far away. Let's keep going. That is just telling us that we are 1/4 of the way through our step count already. And again, I cannot deviate here. I have to be super careful. Okay, we want to skip the first one and then go to the second one. Head all the way up here, talk to it. And there we go. Now it should actually move aside. It will not move aside if you deviate it at all. So now we can proceed. Let's climb up. Up to the second floor we go, and this is when I'm going to change the map so I know exactly where I'm going. Okay, where did it spit me out at? I actually do not know where it spit me out at. Oh, I know where that's at. Okay, cool. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to need to head down. Again, I'm not deviating. I know there's items there and whatnot. We're just going to pass those by for the time being. On this first trip, that is not the goal. Now we're going to head all the way up here, past the first one, up to the second one, go all the way up. Keep following this, and we're going to go all the way to the top until we can't go anymore. Go left. We're going to turn at the first left, head down. There is another shake, which means we are starting to run out of time. This is why you have to be very particular about how you do this. And follow this. And now for here, we still have it on Shelob. This is why I'm glad we saved it, where you need to use Flash. And that'll move the door aside. There we go. Okay. Where can we climb up at? Right here. Okay, cool. So now I can head on to the next floor. So up we go. Let's see where this puts us at. Okay, right here. So for our next stop, as I just quickly scan over the map here. Okay, we're going to go down. And I think I just want to immediately go here, right? No, I want to go all the way to the bottom. And There is actually an item here in my way, so I can grab that. Relic gold, another thing that I can take to him. Let's just keep following this path. And for this part, you're going to want to make sure that you have strength on hand. I'm actually going to grab that because it's not too far off the beaten path. I should still be able to make it. I think it affords you like 10 or 20 steps that you can get away with before you need to get to this point. All right, right here, we're going to want to switch to Arthur. We're going to want to use strength. And there we go. And this will take us up to the final floor, where we can actually get ourselves the best item in the entire Abyssal Ruins. So let's climb up. And this is what it is all worth it for, is for getting this last item right here. Boom, there we go. We got a relic crown, the rarest of all of the relic items that can be found in this area. Now we are free to completely and retraverse this entire area as much as we so desire. I'm going to see if I can go grab a few more items before we leave this place. So I'll just grab the ones that I can on this floor, although it is shaking again. Dull sound is close. Okay, we got a little bit of time to grab as much as we can. Let's grab this one here, and then there's another one up in the top right corner I'm going to try to get before all is said and done. There we go. Can we also get the one on this top layer really quickly? It's all the way to the left. Nope, it's a torrent of water, and out we go. This is where it's going to wash us out. And we have to start from scratch. So yeah, it's going to take multiple trips into the Abyssal Ruins to get absolutely everything in there. But I got the Relic Crown, so I am more than happy with that. I also forgot that my Max Repel wore off, so that's my bad. I got to put that back on. But that was all that I wanted to do in the Abyssal Ruins. Now we can go and take this back to the riches, and we can see how much of a price this thing is going to fetch. But, spoiler alert, it's going to be quite a lot. So let me... Where is my Max Repels at? They are down here. There we go. So let's use that. We got a few things in there, so this should all be worth quite a bit. The crown is going to obviously be worth the most of anything. And then I can put Tide away, and we can get our dragon back, and then proceed on into the next area, which is Route 13. So into the riches we go. Oh, and also there's an item back there. I got to figure out how to get to that. I forgot about that. Gosh dang it. All right, what's up? Actually, it's a rare treasure. Relic Crown. I was told it is at the innermost part of the Abyssal Ruins. I think it is understandable that you want to treasure it, but will you sell it to me for 3 million? Yes, indeed. And there you go. You want a lot of money? That is what to do. I got a very good item. Don't you think it's great? It's great. Okay, now we can sell him the rest of these. So for all of these, he's just going to give us, like, you can get multiples of these too, which is why it's like one at a time. Relic Band will be, wow, that's 1 million. Wow, that is a lot more than I was expecting. Look at how much freaking money you get out of this. It's just insane. Now for the Relic Silver, this will be worth 5,000, a lot less. I think that's one of the weakest items in the Abyssal Ruins, but hey, you need cash. This is how you do it. And we get that for 10,000. Oh my gosh, that was freaking amazing. Was it 1 million or was it or 3 million or 300,000? I think it was actually 300,000. I couldn't read the number of digits properly fast enough. Okay, so that was pretty much everything I wanted to get there. Now let's take this back here. Grab this item really quickly. We got a big nugget. Hey, as long as we need more money, I suppose. We don't, but I will take it. And now that we are absolutely loaded with coins jingling in our pockets, I'm going to go get my dragon. All right, here we go. Now we can finally head north and off towards Route 13, where there are so many trainers and items to be had. Now, so technically, to explore this route in its entirety, you're going to need to have Strength, Surf, and Cut. Now, I do not have Cut on me at the moment, but that is okay. I believe the only thing I'm missing out on for not having the Cut HM is like a Max Elixir or Max Ether or something along those lines, so I'm not going to beat myself up about it too much. The much more important things you only need Surf and Strength for. So let's head on out into the route. And we're going to be going after all sorts of things as we head out this way, battling all sorts of trainers. Let's do this. So as far as the new Pokemon we got in this area, we got Absol, Golbat, Lunatone, Solrock, Swellow, Tangela, and in Rustling Grass, you can occasionally find Crobat and Tangrowth. In the water, you can find Staryu. In Ripples in the water, you can find Starmie. Fishing, you can find Krabby. And fishing in Ripples, you can find Kingler. Lots and lots and lots of Pokemon in this area, and this is probably the most substantial route out of all of the endgame routes, I believe. I think there's the most trainers and the most items here of anything, so we're going to want to keep an eye out. There's a lot of things we're going to be grabbing, and I actually know, I looked off screen, I'm like, what do I want to give Arthur and Shelob with their HMs that I don't like having on them, and I was looking into it, and the TM that I actually really want to give Shelob, we're actually getting, and I believe Route 12, if I'm not mistaken. And then for Arthur, there is, I mean, honestly, Dragon Tail is the most appealing, but there is one other move that we're going to get access to here really soon, but I got to go delete Strength to be able to get it. So that's going to happen a little bit later on. Let's just keep making our way through here. I'll just use Thunderbolt might be overkill for this Farfetch, but whatever. Let's just do it. I don't even care. Down goes the birdie, and I want the experience out of it, so I will take it. Level 63. Okay, Shelob, I think you are more than strong enough compared to the rest of our team at this point. I'll let you fight this Grand Bull, but I think after this, I'm going to put you away for a little bit, and I'm going to let everybody else get some fights, and particularly Lumiette, given that she, I think, is the only team member left under level 60, so it would probably be in our best interest to give her some space and time to work and get her experience up. So down goes this Grand Bull, almost certainly. And there we go. And we got a critical hit just for good measure. I will take it. All right. You get a lot of money out of fighting these gentlemen and ladies as well, too. So if you have an amulet coin active, that can also be nice to have. All right. So Shelob, you can go back down here. We'll swap you with Lumiette. Take the spell tag off of her. And, oh yeah, and then I forgot, I actually do have a TM35 that I need to teach her. I haven't been using her lately, so that's why I didn't really think about it, but we did happen to get that over at the Abundant Shrine. So let me go ahead and, where are you? There you are. Let's teach that to her really quickly. This is definitely better than Flame Burst. I mean, Flame Burst has its uses. In triple battles, it'll do a little bit of extra damage to the adjacent Pokemon around it, but 9 times out of 10, Flamethrower is just going to be better in every single way. It's 95 to 70, not to mention the stab bonus makes it even stronger. So yeah, just a better move in every way to Flame Burst. And with her special attack, that's going to be nice. Okay, we're immediately jumping into a double battle. Combination is the best. There's no chance we will ever lose. I don't know about that, little girls. I mean, I commend you for your confidence and the fact that I'm about to beat up some children. Oh, they're going to cry, aren't they? They're going to cry, and I'm going to be the one dealing with it. Do you know how awkward it is to be the adult standing there while children cry next to you and their parents are nowhere to be found? That is like one of the worst experiences you can ever possibly deal with. Like, just, no, I really don't want this to happen, but it's probably gonna. Oh, not entrainment. You're going to get rid of my Flash Fire ability that I never use. That's okay, though. I think I can live with that. Flamethrower, how much is that going to do? Oh, my goodness, I cannot believe Leaf Blade did more. All right, well, and I'll just use a little Hex on you, and then a little Strength on you. So down goes Minun. I'm sure Plusle's going to get the first go here. Let's see, Lumiette gets some experience. Nope, Lumiette went first. I don't know why this Plusle is slower than Minun, but okay. That's really... They should have the exact same speed, I would expect. But, oh well. I won't complain about it too much. And there we go. Right, there was that dancer down by the beach that I want to go after, and I think that the way to get to them is like right here. That is a fisherman, so I'd probably not like Lumiette to fight them. But this person down here, and actually let me get the dowsing machine out really quickly. Yep, I had a feeling I was going to need it. Let's grab that. We got ourselves a Stardust. Cool. Any more? Yep, there is more items directly ahead of us. Here we go. We got a Pearl. And then we got the rest of them down here. Oh, there's also this black belt here as well that we can battle. Another Stardust. So many items on this route to be had, by the way. I thought it was a dancer. Is it just the black belt? I could have... Maybe they're below us? I don't know. I could be wrong. But I'll head down there in a second, and then we'll kind of loop back around. So what do you have? You got Sock. Okay, I'm not too worried about that, because it's not going to be really able to do any damage to Lumiette here. We may have Rock Slide, which could be a problem. I'll just throw out a Shadow Ball instead of wasting time using Calm Mind. Not Quick Guard. Good thing I'm not using Quick Attack or any priority move in that, for that matter. So I'll take it. I don't know why some of those moves exist when it's like, doesn't Protect just... Isn't that already priority? I mean, I guess it's not, because... Well, no, it is. It is still priority, is it not? Is it priority 1 over Quick Attack? I actually don't know that answer, now that I think about it. I guess Quick Guard is priority 2 always, so like it's like always first. I don't know. I honestly know how that works. It just seems a little pointless when it's like Protect and Detect already have priority, so I don't know, whatever. I'm not going to question it too much. No idea why he decided to endure that, but he's doing it again. He's going to just try to survive this for as long as possible. So use another Shadow Ball there, and that will definitely put him to 1 HP. And then we will use Hex. Okay, stop using Endure. Thank you. That's what you get for spamming that over and over again. Two successful attempts in a row is actually already egregious enough. All right, level 60 for Lumiette. Beautiful. And we have beaten Benjamin. All righty. I think Lumiette was only a couple levels away from learning... oh, no, there wasn't. I thought there was a dancer. Okay, maybe I'm just not paying attention. Regardless, I think Lumiette was only a couple levels away from learning Flamethrower very naturally anyways. But again, I'm not going to worry about that too much. Also, there is where we're supposed to use Cut to get to an item. Not going to do that. Let's head up here, though, and use another Max Repel before we do. Really quickly. I've already gone through 8 of those since buying the 70 or whatever. So up this way. Ah, here we go. This is where we're going to need to use Strength to get to an item. And I want to say this is a TM right here that we're about to pick up. So definitely worth going after. TM29 Psychic. Absolutely worth going after. Oh my goodness. Is there anyone on my team other than Naz that can learn that? I don't think so, but it's worth checking just in case. Oh, Lumiette can. Okay, well, if that's the case, I am absolutely getting rid of Hex for that, because my gosh, that is incredible. Now we have even more type coverage on her. Beautiful. Holy crap, that's an awesome thing to get. Okay, so as if my freaking Chandelure couldn't get any stronger, I just gave her the best psychic move in the entire freaking game. Let's head down here, and yes, I'm going to chance Lumiette against these fishermen, because I don't care. I think she'll be able to do fine, and I want her to get some more experience, darn it. All right, Vince, what are you throwing out? A Krabby? Yep, you know what? I think I will be okay in this scenario. I don't think this Krabby's going to be doing too much damage to Lumiette here. So, I'll just throw out a Shadow Ball for the stab damage. May as well. I get more uses of that move than anything else anyway. And down goes Krabby. Okay, what's the next Pokemon? It is Octillery. Okay, I'm a little bit more nervous about that one. I think I'll switch to Arthur for that. We'll just Leaf Blade it to death. And I think Arthur's also pretty darn close to a level up anyway. He should get it from this Octillery here, because I did fight an Audino before the last episode that I didn't show on screen, and that kind of gave him an experience bump. And that should do the job. Level 62, indeed. All right, everybody, we're getting close. Oh, who wants to learn Leaf Storm? Okay, this is not the move that I want Arthur to learn. However, if I had decided to go the more special attack route with Arthur, I absolutely would have done it. User whips up a storm of leaves around the target. The attack's recoil harshly reduces the user's special attack stat, which in this case, I'm super okay with. Like, if I wanted a special move on Arthur, I would absolutely go for this. Because 140 power with a 90 accuracy and all it does is lower special attack, that just means I can't use the move again, but I don't have to recharge for a turn, so that's pretty great. I like this move. I like it a lot. But I am not going to be teaching it to Arthur because I have no space to teach it to Arthur. There's a possibility I could go back to the... No, I want to freaking not learn it. Thank you. Yeah, I could go back to the move relearner and get it a little bit later, but that is actually a freaking amazing move. And in Arthur's case, where I am more physical-based than special-based as it is, although I do want to look at the disparity between the stats really quickly here. So, yeah, it's not that much of a difference. Like, special attack is lower, but it's still decent enough that Leaf Storm would still be a really viable option against physically defensive Pokemon. I'm thinking particularly lots and lots of rock types that are really beefy, like a Gigalith, for instance. That would be a really good time to have that. So once I'm able to get strength off of Arthur, and probably before we battle the Pokemon League, I will put that on him. Why did the letter I mailed fall from the sky? Wait, what? What are you talking about? What letter? What are you talking about, lady? I was expecting her to be a trainer, but she was not, but okay. Anyways, we're battling this woman on the beach with a parasol. Shielding herself from the sun in her boots. And we got Surskit here. Okay. Like I said, Lumiette's out in front, but I still think this isn't going to be much of an issue. I'm actually going to use Flamethrower on you. Not that it's really any different from me using Shadow Ball in this instance, but we'll see. Just in case. There we go. It's always nice being able to get that burn damage, too. Okay, Sea King is next. Let's switch back to Arthur. Let him get some more experience as we continue to just kind of grow everybody. I need my team to at least be in the mid to high 60s before we challenge the Pokemon League, which we are getting there. We really, really are. It's getting somewhat close. I might actually have it, but I might have to do a little bit of off-screen grinding just to make sure they're all set. Like 67 is my goal for most of my team members. If I can get them around 67, I'll be happy. And then obviously we just use whatever Pokemon can handle the Pokemon League the best. The champion is going to be a different story. We actually have one of the tougher champions in all of Pokemon in this game, to be honest. Like, not the toughest. That still goes to Cynthia, I think, but he's no pushover. He's no pushover. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Pokemon White. I hope you all enjoyed it very, very much. In the next episode, we're going to continue here through Route 13 and hopefully make our way to the next town, which is Lacunosa Town, and move on from there. So with all that said, I will see you all in the next one.